Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Emma and Georgia, and today we are watching How to Get Away with Murder Season 5 Episode 12. If you want to watch our uncut season reactions, links to the Patreon is down below.
Last episode, Nate was in for questioning by the FBI and they were taking a cheek swab from him in order to match the DNA evidence on the gun because Nate had found evidence that the DNA on the gun that got his father's appeal overturned was... What am I saying?
The jury was slipped some evidence without the others knowing, weren't they?
Yeah, someone had slipped
DNA
evidence to the jury and it was falsified positive DNA evidence on the gun.
And we saw in the interview at the end with Nate and the blonde scary FBI lady, she was like, yeah, you were right, it was false. Yeah. So I think she's going to lay off Nate a little bit, but...
And he's set them on the path to the governor now. He has slipped her name in there.
He is so set on the governor.
I know.
It's just unreal. Like, they say her name, they name drop her name like 10,000 times each episode. I'm waiting for this bitch to turn up and be like, my ears are burning from you guys keep saying my name.
Like, I know the governor is behind it all, but there's absolutely no evidence whatsoever that ties the governor and Miller together. I don't know why he's still so adamant that Miller was working with her, because the only evidence he had before was the phone call picture, and then we found out the phone call was to ring someone else to say thank you, so why is he still saying that Ron was working with the governor? I don't get it. And no one's so sure that Miller was guilty after the evidence of the phone call has come to light. Like, Annalise was saying, you're digging your own grave here, and Bonnie's saying that she thinks Miller was innocent, so... yeah, and Bonnie was in a really low place. She nearly killed herself. She turned the gas on in her car, but then Frank just very calmly saved her.
It's really sad because you can tell, like, this isn't their first rodeo, if you will. Frank has seen Bonnie at her worst multiple times. Like, it's sad that he sort of knows what to do when Bonnie's in a state like this, but it's also a good thing that he's there because he's supported her throughout many years, and I think Bonnie really needs a friend right now, and I think Frank's a good one because they obviously trust each other as lovers. Personally, not for me, but as close friends that have each other's back, I'm totally behind. And the way he like protects her from Nate and stuff is quite cute.
Nate has been quite nice to Bonnie in this situation. He is taking the blame. He's taking accountability for it. He's saying it's not her fault because he knows that she feels guilty, and at the end of the day she did kill the love of her life. She did do the final blow, but it is all because of Nate's reasonings, which I want him to feel remorse, unless Miller turns out to be bad, because we know that now that he was involved with Gabriel and he wanted Gabriel to integrate himself into the group in order to keep an eye on Annalise. So he was asking him to keep an eye on Annalise for some reason, but we don't know why. So he was kind of tailing them.
There's a bit of a grey area with Gabriel at the moment. I don't really know where I stand with him because, like, I feel so bad for him most of the time because of his shit childhood with obviously Sam as a dad. But we've also got this sort of mystery with him where he was cutting up those like IDs and he's in jail currently. Like, yeah,
he was smashing up some technological device and cutting up IDs before the police came.
I don't know. Could you imagine if he's like in cahoots with like the governor and like he's behind like something to do with Nate's dad? Who knows?
If it gets found out that Miller was innocent in all of this, I want Nate to admit that he was wrong in doing it, because he's still justifying himself.
It's his guilt. I know it. I can see it. Like, Nate is too proud to say that he made a mistake. And you can tell, like, Bonnie is resigned to the fact that Miller is like, okay, he's innocent. Like, she is like in a really bad place because of it, and you know that's understandable. But Nate, he keeps trying to find things to like justify his opinion, and he has hardly any evidence to back this up. And like, apart from at the very end with the whole DNA falsify stuff, but like he keeps throwing Miller's name into it, and I have thought since all of this that Miller's been innocent 100%. So I'm still holding on to it. He's a nice guy.
Tegan's looking into it now as well because she was getting different answers from Nate and Michaela on the civil suit. And so she's questioning things now, and then she rang Agent Telesco on a burner phone. I feel like it's trying to set up that she will double cross them, but I'd like to believe that she won't.
I trust Tegan. She's like always been on the side of things, but Michaela, her little lapdog, is like saying all these lies, and Tegan can see straight through it. And if I was Tegan, I'd be suspicious because of all these lies that keep getting told to her. They're not making sense and stuff, like with the whole, what was it, Nate wanting to press like charges and stuff, getting a load of money from like everything, and everyone keeps saying no, he doesn't want that, he just wants justice and stuff. She's getting very suspicious.
How do I know you're not working with the FBI?
What?
You could be trying to get me to say something on wire.
No. No wire.
Yes, pull the arms, Gabriel. Any opportunity to do so.
All he's ever done is lie to us, Annalise.
So more reason for me
Can
to
we
go there to
trust
see
him? That
if
is the
you're right.
question.
And if we are?
Then you all get gold stars.
In prison. Okay, I know we do, right? Gabriel was at the wedding, so we say he killed Miller.
For what reason?
We'll figure it out later.
Figure out later. Asha.
So willing to pin it on someone else.
I know. Like, put it on whoever.
I was talking to Miller before he went missing.
He needs you, Annalise. I think you can trust him on this.
He said that his old boss was investigating you and that he needed me to help find out more.
Old boss.
Denver.
He said he would help me find out what happened to Sam. It's the only reason I agreed.
What the two of you find out?
Nothing. That's why we barely even talked, honestly. Look, I obviously can't call my mom. All right, so please, don't leave me in here
have
alone.
anyone.
God, her motherly instinct's gonna kick in again.
He was working you that whole time.
According to Gabriel.
Well, I believe him.
You believed the governor too. How'd that turn out?
Oh.
The DA's missing, probably dead. And you work with Annalise Keating now, so...
What's Annalise have to do with Miller?
That's what I was hoping you'd tell me.
Oh.
I helped you take down Jorge Castillo.
And we protected you, just like we can here.
Protect me from what?
I can't trust this lady.
She wants Annalise to go down.
Yeah, she does. She's a Emily 2.0.
Is she a string to the governor's bow?
I know, that's the thing. The governor might have ties with her. And I think Tegan is in the deep end right now. She needs to run away while she can.
We have court in an hour. We'll find out what they're charging you with there.
I'm thinking
He can sign that fast enough.
For what?
Lying about the extent of his relationship with Miller?
You were the last person to call him on the night of the wedding.
The wedding we were all at. So by that logic, you'd all be suspects in his disappearance too.
Maybe they're making up the charges.
Come on,
It's their
Gabriel.
way to force him to be an informant.
I know, he can stand his own.
Are we really talking about this here?
Federal government is charging you with one count of violating Section 802 of the Patriot Act.
Domestic terrorism.
We will prove the extent of the defendant's
What?
criminal actions at trial.
What's illegal about protesting a police shooting, Your Honor?
Protesting is legal. Attacking law enforcement with a chemical agent is not.
Due to the
Wait,
severe
this happened
nature
in
of these allegations, I'm
2014.
setting bail at $1 million.
$1 million
$1 million? It's
for
only
a
a
masked
protest.
photo.
Tell me this is not you.
Doesn't really look like
You want me to
him.
lie to you again?
It is him then.
What are his passwords?
He just gave you these?
Well, not all of us have to hack.
I was
Go
like,
through his
hell
emails,
yeah.
texts, posts, find anything that the prosecution could construe as terrorism. Call me at the office.
The FBI is looking into Nate.
Why?
I don't know, but it might be Miller's disappearance. Probably think Miller losing the inquest pissed off Nate, but that's why we didn't want you filing the suit, so that Nate wouldn't draw any more attention to himself.
That's sort of half true, half lie, so not too bad.
Could be construed as a threat of violence.
Oliver, can you bury it?
Sorry, I'm looking at our wedding photos.
Focus.
I'm checking to make sure there's no photos of Miller with Nate.
God.
Told you, all he does is lie.
Oh God, what is it now?
You've been talking to your mother about me.
No, I haven't. They're about Michaela.
What?
I swear.
What? Who tells their mom about a girl they've kissed 4 times?
Me.
It was 4?
4?
I thought it was only once.
Her birthday just passed and, I
Forgot, so she's pissed at me.
Why didn't they put it on loudspeaker?
Now look, lady.
I know,
I
he,
did not
like,
call you for you to
she
yell
could
at
be
me.
saying anything. She'd be like,
Call
who's
for a
the
little
Taylor?
love.
Like,
If you're not
you
gonna
know.
give me that, I can just hang up.
I promise I'll call as soon as I hear
Oh,
anything.
poor her. She has
Are
to
you getting
hear,
any sleep yet?
hear all
Oh,
this.
Me neither.
she's not sleepy either. Oh,
She lost her son.
give this woman a pay rise.
People have been killing people with their bare hands since the beginning of time.
Where are you going with this,
It's our
Frank?
nature.
No.
Is he saying murdering should be normalised?
Where you're okay with what you did is all.
He shouldn't feel guilty about murder because it's been done before. No.
So I can just go out and kill someone and Frank will tell me it's all okay.
Is Frank actually a psychopath? I think he needs to take
I'd
a
like
test.
I'd like him to get tested because he's killed a lot of people.
Do you know if Ron was in contact with the governor? I know
Seriously.
he had a friend who worked there.
This is what she's doing.
Bonnie is clutching at straws here.
No, I don't remember him talking much about the governor. He just said he messed up and he needed my engagement ring to make it right.
Oh God,
And I
dig
knew
the
he
knife
cared very much
deeper.
for you. So I gave it to him.
How
I
does
know
Bonnie
that
sleep
God
at
would not
night?
take away my son. Not so soon after my husband's passing.
How can she carry on knowing that his mom is so torn up about this?
We're all going to be together here soon.
God, this is awful. She has so much faith.
Same lawyer who used to be married to your father.
They
Sam
know.
They know.
There it is. I've been waiting for you to bring that up.
We can give you immunity.
Oh no!
You just have to work for us instead of her.
I don't work for her.
They. Oh, Gabriel, do not backstab Annalise, please.
We know everything, Gabriel. Cooperate, or end up in jail.
You know everything about what?
Have you already said this?
Jane
No,
Doe.
but we should.
It's a horrible idea.
If Tegan thinks the FBI couldn't protect her Jane Doe identity, she'll be less likely to talk to them again.
Why don't you just deport her too, since you're so good at that?
I know. Michaela fights dirty.
I love her. That is why I know what will scare her.
The only people you're scaring right now is us with your sociopathic little
My
brain.
sociopathic big brain.
Oliver,
Her and Frank are made for each other.
you promise that they won't be able to trace this back to us, right?
They'll ping it to a Mongolian sheep farmer before they look here.
Oh, poor
Oh
Tegan.
no.
She must be terrified. Anyone in that company could have her dead in a second if they found out.
No.
Thought you'd like.
Talk
Oh
about
no,
picture
it's the
of
mom. Oh God.
I saw her.
You want to get better or no?
You're gonna tell her the same thing you told Nate?
Tying him to the governor.
So his mom's gonna help with that?
I've just remembered that they were dating in real life, like, all this time. Oh my god, he's smelling her hair.
Oh, that's a bit weird.
You guys have to stop making me out to be some pathetic boy crazy.
Disaster who has terrible instincts about men.
Rude.
Seriously, I am one of those men.
Why are you looking at Gabriel's mannequin?
My client has been openly critical of the police force and their treatment of people of color. And as a result, the FBI has labeled him as a black identity extremist. As if it's so extreme to think that Black Lives Matter. My client was so concerned with being illegally monitored by law enforcement that he decided to monitor.
Oh my,
himself
he
as
did
a
not know about
did. As you can see, the
Oh my God! Could you imagine, like, seeing this footage and be like, how long have they been spying on me for? Jesus Christ, this is the
Now,
biggest
this
invasion of
mask
privacy.
is the only evidence that's connecting Mr. Maddox to the man in the photo. So, as such, I am asking
And someone
permission
planted
to play
it
that
there.
race card and get this case dismissed.
The government officially withdraws all charges against Mr. Maddox.
Oh god, Gabriel's gotta go off.
Gabriel is pissed.
That's sick.
You mean smart.
You've been watching me. Sleep, get dressed, shower?
I was turned away for those parts.
That footage is the only thing that kept your ass from jail, so say thank you.
I don't think you
are
should.
not. Take him to your place. Don't let him leave your sight.
Why don't us two go get a drink?
He keeps asking out people, it's really weird.
Get this man a friend.
Get this guy a friend. Poor Emmett, I feel bad for him.
Talk before I shoot myself.
Miller dug up the adoption papers and gave them to Burkett.
Do you know he gave
What?
them to
I
her
can't give
though?
this to the FBI.
It's the only thing we have linking Miller to the governor.
The adoption links me to Sam's killer.
Just all we got.
What?
the...
Yeah, but is there evidence that Miller gave it to the governor? Or is it just evidence that he rang it?
This is another assumption.
Why'd you get a
for me.
knife? Cut me open, bleed me dry.
They're willing to throw her under the bus.
That's what you all want, right?
I like how they called her over to tell her that plan and expect her to be okay with it.
We were spying on you like you were spying on us.
And what'd you find out, Laurel? Nothing, right?
Because Miller was too smart to go to your apartment.
I talked to the guy like 3 times, wanting to know him. There's nothing wrong with that.
Can't help but feel bad for Gabriel.
I don't feel bad for him at all, to be honest.
I do. I can't help it. He just wants to know his dad.
Governor Burkhead has had a target on my back ever since the Supreme Court case.
I'm aware.
But did you know that she had Nate Sr. killed?
Oh, like a that cute one.
Ew.
Oh,
Like you two won't be seared into my memory until the day I die.
Okay, we're done. Miller's not in any of the photos. We are home free.
Wanted to give him a family. Sam was against it. He said he'd end our marriage. Wes found out. Maybe that's why he killed Sam.
But you lied about everything that came
I
before
got the
that.
charges dropped.
Oh, she's not the only
only-
one. Don't play the
Did you
innocent
ever
card
get away
here.
with killing an innocent man?
You're not going to tell Annalise
You're
about
okay
what
meeting
that
Mom?
FBI agent,
Yeah.
her, said to him about writing Annalise out.
I want protection.
Oh.
This is the FBI. We can do that.
I mean it.
What did Miller tell you?
Adoption?
That Annalise tried to adopt Wes Gibbons when he was a kid.
Oh, Gabriel, man.
I heard Miller on the phone once.
Huh?
It was about the adoption.
To the governor.
He was talking to someone about it. Someone named Lynn.
Governor Lynn Burkhead. Ah! Oh my god. Did he make that up?
All playing us,
Oh.
but not for long.
Oh god, she's on
I
it.
forgot all those lines. Like, there's so many people. Oh my god, she's got
Everyone's on it! I just saw Laurel's parents.
What was in the email?
Not important.
Hello,
But I know
Jane
the two of you
Doe.
are close, so.
Says who?
Close for you, I mean. Tell me if you ever catch wind of anything out of the ordinary.
You keep saying that to everyone about everyone.
So
Need access to another
confusing.
employee's emails? Annalise Keating.
Oh, for God's sake.
God.
Why does he want her emails for?
Did you do it?
Of course.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
that
so
was
they
planned.
planned it. Yeah.
What, now you want me?
Oh no,
I'll show you where the
Michaela,
stupid
don't.
camera is.
So we can take it off and go for round 2.
I feel like Michaela is lusting over him now because of what he said to his mom about
Yeah,
her.
so do I.
I never watched this.
Oh no, they're playing the lusty
Oh, you
music.
care about what he thinks about you now, do you?
You told your mom about me?
You're hard not to talk about.
I don't at all.
It's time, Nate.
What, to drop Annalise in it?
I am so scared of this woman. I feel like
So
she's going
am
to
I.
take them all down.
Yeah, no. Even Ash's dad is on there.
Ash's dad! And it's all pointing to Annalise!
Everyone is connected to her.
Case just got more interesting.
They found it!
Descended on the town of Brickerville tonight.
Oh, did Bonnie and Nate call in the tip?
Mrs. Miller? Did you see?
Oh.
Bonnie, why would someone do something like this?
Oh, I feel so terrible for this lady.
And she said her husband hadn't died long ago as well.
Break out the booze and have a toast for the old Wicked Witch governor getting her due.
Don't jinx it.
There's no such thing.
Just posted a photo of us.
No, she didn't.
She did.
Oh, and someone's in the back.
No!
They're in the background! Oh no! Pam. Her username was just Pam.
Who would have thought that Connor's mom was writing them all out?
Why is Connor's mum posting a picture with her boy toy?
I don't know, it's so weird. And it's so funny, Yasha did jinx it.
Yeah, there's no
But-
such thing.
But it's so bad. Oh god. They probably know all their parents, probably keeping tabs.
They're all gonna go down, aren't they?
That board that the policewoman has of all of their photos,
Yeah.
everyone that has been tied into their bullshit throughout this whole show is up. And
Oh yeah, I want to go
that is
back and look
scary.
at that.
Yeah, let's go back. I think everyone was on it.
I want to see if Dominic's on it. Oh yeah, Emily Sinclair, the Hapstals.
Is she on it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. I paused.
Dominic is on it.
Who's that guy? Oh my god, the two siblings underneath Emily.
Yeah, the Hapstals.
Who's underneath them? Who's that man?
Simon.
Oh shit, that's Simon.
Yeah.
And Dominic's next to him.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
The Mahonies. Where's his mum?
Laurel's mum. Oh shit.
Wow.
This is bad.
Look at how many deceased suicides is on that board.
So many people.
What do the post-it notes say? Like on Laurel's
know,
mum and everything.
Because there's a lot of there's blue and green. I don't know if they signify something or.
Incarcerated on Jorge. Missing on Dominic. Oh, so his body still hasn't been found. Dominic's. Where's Gibbons' son?
Dominic again?
Frank, of course.
Oh yeah, Frank. He just shoved him in the back of a car, didn't he? In the boot. He usually does. I don't think we found out what he did with his body. He just says he takes care of things.
Yeah, I can't remember what he did with it. I feel like they probably showed it in a montage somewhere, dumping it in a lake, but I can't remember.
Oh my god, this is so crazy!
What does it
this
say?
This is all gonna come out, isn't it? This is all gonna come out.
What does it say on Laurel's mum?
Okay.
That's the only post-it note I
It's-
can't read.
I can't read it! I feel like it's all gonna come out at the end. Everything. They might all be thrown in jail.
Yeah, this is the thing. It feels like this is the closest they've had to being rumbled. The FBI, which is high.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie and say I know about the hierarchy in the judicial systems, but the FBI is higher than the normal police, which have been investigating them the whole time.
Yeah, FBI, I don't think you can get higher than that in the American justice system.
Maybe the CIA, but
I don't know, I think they might be on level playing
yeah, I
field,
don't really know what either does.
I'm not sure on the difference between them. I just know they're law enforcement. The fact that they're looking into this is
and they've got everything right. All the arrows are completely correct.
They have taken time on this. I don't know if that woman has done this on her own or this is previous people.
If
you know,
this is
down
a
the
board
line.
Denver had and then they found that in his belongings and took it. Yeah, I don't know. Tegan wasn't on the board, so they've left her out of it because she informed on Antara. So you'd think there might be a little line to her, but they gave her immunity, so I guess they are sticking to that.
And she's sort of mates with Tegan by the looks of it. I was just thinking if they left anybody out, but it doesn't really look like it apart from Tegan. But it was quite good at the end there that Gabriel did support Annalise and the gang, and he threw the governor in it, and there was that news story on the TV saying that they're sort of looking into her, which was a win until that photo came up.
But even though it was a win, the agent Telesco still said they're all playing us. She didn't believe it.
She is very skeptical, and
but
rightly so.
Pam, what the heck? Why are you posting that? Was ruining your relationship with your son not enough? Why do you have to brag about it on social media?
It makes no sense. Why would you post a week after the wedding a picture of her and Asher, which, by the way, she would have clearly saw the two arguing in the background. Why would you want that in your picture?
Because photobombs are funny, aren't they?
I suppose, but it's so creepy given that what her and Asher did and how her son feels about it.
Yeah.
If your mum posted that, you'd be pissed.
And Emmett's being weird, isn't he?
I don't know what it is. I keep sort of thinking about a love triangle situation, but I'm also not sure because he keeps skirting around the issue. He keeps pinning it on Tegan that she might feel something, then say kidding. I don't really know what's going on with him.
Can you imagine if he's working with the governor or something?
There's going to be a plot twist coming up surely. I know some people in the comments have been saying episode 13 is a big one, so yeah, I'm so excited for it.
Nate called in the tip to find Miller's body. He has to be so confident that he doesn't have any of his own DNA on there because he dumped it himself. Did he?
I know that's usually Frank's forte. I hope.
Is he
Nate has
100%
properly
sure
thought
he
about
took care of
this.
it? Because he beat him so much. So much. He wasn't wearing gloves. He beat him with his bare hands. Surely there's got to be some fibres of his skin in that mesh of flesh. I never really pay attention to what they do with the bodies.
No, I just sort of, that sort of goes out my memory because I'm just so focused on everything else.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not looking good for them. Not looking good.
And how do you feel about Michaela and Gabriel?
I'm not a fan. Michaela just seems kind of thirsty to me. Like, she hears about like the messages about him talking to his mum about her, and she's all coming around his house, getting rid of the camera, playing the high ground, saying I never looked. Like, you know, it's Michaela. It does not really look that good for you. Like, does she really like Gabriel? I don't know. I feel like it's a distraction from all the shit going on in their lives.
I think she does, because he is the kind of man that she's always wanted. Like, the reason she was so in her relationship with Asher, which is my favourite relationship of hers. I'm still salty that they messed that up. She was always looking down on him because he was a white man. He wasn't in line for a successful future like she had always dreamed of marrying. He was very outside of her comfort zone, whereas Gabriel is kind of an embodiment of what she's looking for. So I think she does like him, but I thought it was weird of him to be talking to his mum about it and acting like he's so in love with her when I thought they just slept together once and then he wangled an invite to the wedding. I didn't really see much build up of an emotional connection there.
Very much on the sidelines. Apparently they kissed 4 times, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't see any of this. I didn't think it was that serious. I thought it was like a one-time thing.
I thought he was just using her because he wanted to get close to the group.
He was charged with terrorism. Do you think maybe he was using that encrypted email to like, because they said he was like posting cops' addresses. Was he using that email to do like terrorist stuff or?
Maybe.
I don't know. But Frank never mentioned anything like that. So because that fake ID was to a Mark guy who was in that world of all this sort of, you know, hate stuff.
I don't know if I'm wrong on this, but didn't they find out that Gabriel had assaulted someone before?
Yes, that was another thing, wasn't it? He assaulted a cop.
They didn't mention any previous offences to do with him this episode, but I do remember them finding out that he had beat up a cop and he was on a caution or something like that. Maybe that's why his bail was set so high, because he already had a previous offence.
I really like this episode. I'm gonna give it a 9. I gave the last one a 9. I'm giving this a 9.
2 9s in a row. Wow.
I know, it's really heating up. Like this, like looking at this board still right now, it just shows like they're really like trying to round it up, like all this lies that the gang has told over the years. And I think the fact that the FBI are digging up so much stuff on Annalise and her students, it's making a very interesting episode, because it's like they're trying to get them all thrown in jail. And I, like, call me sick, but I quite like that they are doing all this, because no one's ever come this close before and they've done so much dodgy stuff. I don't want them all in jail, but you know, it's kind of like crazy to see her piece all this together, because no one has been able to do it
no one's
before.
ever done it before.
No, I mean, they've been too slippery between, you know, the law.
And
so
in a way, Denver got really close, didn't he? But Annalise was able to blackmail him because he was shady himself. Whereas this time they can't really blackmail her because she's not done anything. I much preferred this episode to the last one. I'm gonna go an 8.5. Yeah, that reveal that she's basically piecing it all together is just, it's really setting up what could be a very scary final season for the gang.
I know.
I also don't want them in jail, but I don't know how I want the show to end is the thing. How could the show end?
That's the thing! I don't know if I want a happy ever after, but I don't think that it's possible for these guys. Like, but looking at all this evidence, I don't know what's going to happen. Is it good? How are they going to end it?
Yeah, exactly. Because the only way I could see it ending like definitively is if they did all go to jail. But I wouldn't be happy with that, because I want these characters to be happy despite every terrible thing they've done. I do love them all in their own way, and I do want them to have happy lives. But also, if it ends and they haven't been caught, it makes you think, oh, I do just want to continue seeing their lives, because they're still not out of the woods. There still could be something someday that captures them, but we'll never get to see it.
I know. It feels like, you know, we're just leaving them when there's so much more that could have been done, like, could have been shown. But I always think back to the title of this series, which is How to Get Away with Murder, so I feel like they might get away with all of this.
That's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching our reaction to Season 5, Episode 12 of How to Get Away with Murder. If you want to watch our uncut reactions to How to Get Away with Murder, the link to the Patreon page will be in the description below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time for Episode 13. Bye!